do you see as the biggest hurdles for getting parachains to the masses? You know, that I was pretty excited yesterday when Gav said, you know, we won't have wallets. We'll be able to easily kind of integrate or, you know, onboard the masses. And like I said, I came at this from a mass market perspective, spending a lot of time with gaming companies, and most of them are kind of confused about how they could actually onboard tens of millions of players or users. How do you think this will happen?
Yeah, I think a good example that I can talk to is a company actually based in New York called Current. Current.com is a traditional fintech company who actually started out as a crypto native company after the two founders, or the CEO and the CTO, left Morgan Stanley, tried to build on Ripple, and then eventually asked themselves, how do we get crypto in the hands of millions of people? Actually, this exact question. And their answer to themselves was, let's not build in crypto, let's build in fintech, get the millions of customers there, and then bring crypto to them some years later. So now fast forward 6-7 years, Current and Acala just, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago, announced that we're going to be building an integration with them to essentially provide a DeFi backend to generate yield for their current savings account customers. So they've got about 3 million customers in the US. And just to make it very concrete, imagine one day the customer is opening up their account. They've got $200 in their savings account, but then there's a pop-up that says, hey, would you like to sign up for this yield account from Current? Say, for example, it's 3% or 4%. The user accepts and says, yes, let's sign up for this account. What actually happens in the background is those customer funds are going to flow through an on-off ramp into the Acala dollar, our stablecoin, and then into this yield engine that we're building. So this yield is generated from dot staking, which fluctuates from 12 to 15%. We got a grant from Compound, so we're building a bridge to the Compound gateway, which is another substrate-based chain, and other various kind of forms of yield. But then when that yield is being generated on a periodic basis, say it's daily, weekly, monthly, that will be liquidated back to the Acala dollar, sent back through the on-off ramp into US dollars, and then distributed to the customer's accounts. The customer does not even need to interact with DeFi, doesn't even really necessarily need to know that there's DeFi involved. These common people, or the general masses, don't really care about anything besides what percent am I earning. I'm earning 3-4% instead of 0.5%. And then, of course, in the background, Acala's network is operating that kind of process. So this is one use case that's coming for us that I'm really excited about, because this is, I think, how we get crypto into the hands of millions. It's basically just by not forcing them to interact with these tools that aren't quite there yet in terms of UI and UX.